and welcome to the virtual introduction of the American University Ritsumeikan University Joint Degree Program in Global International Relations. The Joint Degree Program, or just JDP in short, is a unique program offered in coordination by Ritsumeikan University, RU, and American University, AU. The JDP is the first program of its kind between a university in Japan and the United States. Students in the program will be jointly enrolled at both institutions throughout their studies and will spend 2 years in Kyoto at RU and 2 years in Washington, D.C. at AU. Upon completion of the program, students are conferred one diploma, the Bachelor of Arts in Global International Relations, endorsed by both AU and RU. There's a good reason for the JDP to focus on global international relations. Traditional international relations theories have been heavily biased in favor of Western Europe and the US. However, today, we are living in an era of rapidly changing world order, which demands a change of perspective. A global IR perspective challenges existing theories to broaden their horizons and acknowledges the place and role of the non-Western world. Towards this end, the JDP enables students to gain a deep understanding of global and regional challenges from the perspective of East Asia as well as the United States. The JDP schedule differs from other programs. Students who commence their studies in Kyoto are called RU home students. They begin in April. Meanwhile, students who commence their studies in Washington, D.C. are called AU home students. They begin in September. A maximum of 25 students are admitted to the JDP every year from both RU and AU. This presentation is targeted at prospective RU home students, and so the schedule shown here applies for RU home students. If you start the JDP in Kyoto, you complete the first 3 semesters at RU. After that, you transfer to AU from the fall semester of the second year and spend 4 semesters in Washington, D.C. You return back to Japan at the end of May of your 4th year and spend your last semester from September of the 4th year at RU. You may wonder, why choose the JDP over other programs? Above all, the JDP enables students to gain study experience from both Japan and the US. This offers 2 gateways for building a truly global network throughout the course of your studies. The degree, endorsed by both RU and AU, also opens up career possibilities in Japan, the United States, and well beyond that. The JDP includes a solid study abroad component. Students spend 2 years in each country, which makes it different from the regular study abroad program, through which students spend only 1 or maximum 2 semesters abroad. Being a globally oriented program, the JDP also accepts credit for IB and AP examinations taken prior to enrollment. The JDP is also particularly suited for you if you are unable to decide whether to go to college in Japan or the US. It is a good option whether you're preparing to enter the Japanese university from abroad or to enter an overseas university from Japan. It is also a good choice if you would like to go to the college in the US, but are hesitant because of the tuition seems too high, or you find it difficult to understand how the US admission system works, or you may be worried about living alone abroad right after high school, and concerned about job hunting in Japan after graduating abroad. The JDP is offered jointly with American University. AU is a private institution based in Washington, D.C. since its foundation in 1893. It is a liberal university that is internationally renowned in the field of law, politics, and IR, and it welcomes students from 130 different countries. The famous peace speech by President J.F. Kennedy was held at AU in 1963. As an AU student, you will have the opportunity to study in D.C., the political hub of the United States. D.C. attracts many students from all over the US and beyond. One of the main reasons for this is the variety of internships available in government institutions, think tanks, and NGOs that are based in the city. At AU, you will be studying at the School of International Service, or SIS. SIS was founded in 1958, and in 2018, it ranked as number 9 among top US undergraduate institutions to study international relations. In fact, it is one of the largest international affairs schools in the US, with almost 3,000 students, 19% of which are international. At the same time, you will be also part of Ritsumeikan University in Japan. RU is a private institution founded in 1869 upon the ideals of freedom and innovation. In line with this philosophy, RU has been a global-minded university ever since, and is known in Japan for its proactive educational reforms and institutional development initiatives. The RU has 3 main campuses across Western Japan, but all JDP students study in Kyoto. As of May 2019, RU welcomed over 2,600 international students from 71 countries. Studying in Kyoto means that you will be studying at the cultural heart of Japan. Kyoto remained the capital city of Japan for more than 11 centuries. Today, it continues to be a special place that uniquely combines traditions with modernity. Kyoto also hosts many academic institutions, attracting students from all over Japan and beyond. At RU, you will study at the College of International Relations. The College of IR was founded in 1988. It was the first IR school in Western Japan. In 1994, it was the first Japanese college to launch a dual degree program at an undergraduate level with an overseas institution. And that actually marked the start of RU's close collaboration with AU. In 2011, the college started recruiting students for its Global Studies major, which is an undergraduate program taught entirely in English. And on its 30th anniversary in 2018, the College of IR launched the first ever joint undergraduate degree program between Japan and the United States, which is the AU-RU Joint Degree Program. This is the organigram of the undergraduate programs at RU and at the College of IR, which admits a maximum of 360 students every year. Out of these, up to 235 students join the RER major, which is a program primarily offered in Japanese. In addition, up to 100 students join the Global Studies, or the GS major, which is a program entirely offered in English. And then there's the JDP, which has a capacity for maximum 25 students for both the AU and RU. The JDP is underpinned by 30 years of experience. The RU's College of RER has been working in close partnership with the AU over the past 25 years. During this time, over 400 people completed the AU-RU dual degree program, and over 20 faculty exchanges took place. At the same time, many students take advantage of the AU-RU study abroad exchange schemes every year. The College of IR and RU also has 10 years of experience with running an undergraduate degree program entirely in English. This means that it has the required faculty structure and student support services already in place. So while the JDP is a relatively new program, it draws on this extensive partnership and experience. Now let's have a closer look at how the 4 years at the university will look like if you join the AU-RU JDP program as an RU home student. As an RU home student, you will spend the first 3 semesters at RU. During this time, all your courses will be in English, and you will be taking most classes together with other students from the GS and RER majors. This will ensure that you will have an international learning experience while being in Kyoto. During your 3 semesters at RU, you will focus on preparing for your upcoming 2 years in AU. Specifically, this means working on acquiring the required English score and taking foundational courses focused on core academic skills. and research methods as a basis for more specialized learning at AU. During your time at RU, you will have the opportunity to study with the fellow JDP students coming from AU. At the same time, you will be taking classes together with other students from the RU's Global Studies major. The Global Studies major is a program taught entirely in English, which admits students twice per year in April and September. This major hosts a diverse student population representing 28 countries. A maximum of 100 students are admitted each year, 50 through admissions in Japan and 50 through international admissions. Most of the classes are small group classes with an emphasis on discussions and presentation. So be prepared for the heavy workload of assignments. From the fall semester of your second year, you will begin your study period at AU. All your academic records are followed up between RU and AU, which enables a consistent continuation of your studies throughout the study period. During your time at AU, you will have an opportunity to study together with the JDP students from AU. Here are some pictures from the AU campus in DC. The picture to the left is taken inside the building of the AU School of International Service, where you will be spending a lot of your time. Each JDP student is assigned an academic advisor at both RU and AU, and you will have individual advising sessions conducted twice every semester. RU and AU advisors constantly exchange information on the study progress of all JDP students, which enables a smooth transition between RU and AU. Guidance sessions for the first year are organized jointly by RU and AU, and as a JDP student, you can count on systematic support throughout your studies. Also, as an RU home student, you will have your first individual advising session with an AU advisor before you actually move to the US. Such a targeted student support system is unique for the JDP. It is made possible thanks to the strong partnership between the two universities. After 2 years of study at AU, you will return to Japan in May of your fourth year and start your last semester at RU from September to finish your capstone project. In the second half of the third year, many students start contemplating about their career after graduation. As a JDP student, you can get career advising from both universities. If you plan to start your career in Japan, RU Career Center services are available before and during your study period in the US. The center can review your resume and cover letters and conduct mock interviews online, also when you're studying abroad. At AU, career advising services are available for international students seeking internships or employment in the US, and specialized advising is available for students wishing to continue their education at master's level in the US or beyond. During your time in the US, you can also attend special career events organized by Japanese companies targeting graduates from American universities. Here are RU home students at Boston Career Forum, organized by Japanese companies in the US. Benefiting from career services at both universities enable you to think about your future career paths from multiple perspectives. By being part of the JDP program, you will meet students and faculty from all over the world in both Kyoto and DC. RU home students entering from Japan and AU home students entering from the US together form a vibrant scholarly community with friendships transcending borders and ages. JDP students are also part of the RU's GS student community and AU's SIS student community. This means that as a JDP student, you will have more opportunities to form a truly global network of friendships and connections. Now let's turn to the tuition fees and scholarships available for RU home students. As an RU home student, you will pay the tuition fees of the respective university in which you study. For your period at RU, the tuition will be approximately 1.3 million Japanese yen per year. For your time at AU, The tuition will be approximately 5.25 million Japanese yen per year. Tuition fees at US private universities are much higher than those of Japanese private universities. But as an RU home student, you will only have to pay AU tuition fees for a 2-year period that you are there. In this way, JDP provides an option to get a diploma endorsed by a US university at a more accessible price than studying 4 years in the United States. Special scholarship schemes for RU home students provide further possibilities to make the tuition fees more accessible. RU has the special scholarship schemes for its JDP students. RU home students who meet the required academic criteria are eligible for one of the following schemes for their period of study at AU. The first one is the Ritsumeikan Sakura Honors Tuition Stipend, which provides 3 million Japanese yen over the 2-year period. Whereas the Ritsumeikan University Study Abroad Challenge Scholarship provides 2 million Japanese yen over the course of 2 years. Both are provided as grants, so you do not have to pay them back. In addition, AU also has a tuition reduction scheme, so that RU home students who maintain the required academic criteria over the course of their studies will be awarded scholarships that cover 30% of the AU tuition fee. This amounts to approximately 3 million yen over the course of the 2 years. Most of the current JDP students qualify for one of the special schemes and/or the tuition reduction. Besides these, as an RU home student, you can also apply for other RU schemes such as the Sayonji Memorial Scholarship or the Plus R Challenge Scholarship. You can find more information about these and other scholarship schemes at RU's website. Now let's review the admission information for RU home students. To apply for the JDP, your application should include your English test score, a letter of reference from a person who knows your academic performance. You will also have to provide 2 application essays, one explaining your reasons for applying to the JDP, and one on a topic pertaining to global international relations of your choice. And you will have to submit academic transcripts for the 4 years of your secondary school or high school. Applicants that pass the first document screening typically proceed to the interview stage and then get notified of the final result. As this is a joint degree program, RU and AU jointly reviews applications. For more detailed admission information, please visit the RU's JDP website. To find the JDP website, you can simply search for Ritsumeikan JDP. You can also find the JDP Instagram account under the name Sakura Scholars. Finally, if you have any questions, you're welcome to contact the RU JDP team directly at the email address listed here. The JDP team is happy to provide virtual guidance sessions over Skype, Zoom, and/or meet you in person at RU's Kinugasa campus in Kyoto. Thank you for your attention.